Guys, I've got a confession to make. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know I'm not the biggest Strat fan.
But this Dale Wilson Masterbuilt might have changed my mind about Stratocasters.
It's got a hefty £8,000 price tag, a tortoiseshell guard, and a super heavy relic finish. So without further ado, let's get straight into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. Hello guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. My name is Ben Keightley and today we're checking out an £8,000 Dale Wilson Masterbuilt Stratocaster. Yes, you heard that right, £8,000. Our main mission here at Squealing Pig Guitars is to find the best guitars in the world. So we'll be rating this guitar on 3 aspects. Number 1, aesthetics. Number 2, playability and tone. And number 3, overall value and resale value. So let's not dawdle any further and get straight into this Dale Wilson Masterbuilt.
Oh yeah.
So guitarists, let's get this case open and check out this Dale Wilson Stratocaster. Oh, such a beautiful guitar. So of course this test is all about the aesthetics, how the guitar looks. We've got that beautiful, super heavy relic black finish, tortoiseshell guard, really dark rosewood fingerboard, and some superb figuring on the bird's eye. You don't really get much better than that. So I'm loving the way it looks. Now let's see what we get in the case. So of course it's a Fender custom shop case, so you get a beautiful kind of plush interior on this G&G case. Firstly, we've got a leather bound booklet. This has your floor traveler and the certificate of authenticity, which is signed by Dale Wilson. You have the 2019 custom shop catalog if you'd like to order another one after buying this. And finally, you have an awesome Fender custom shop strap. These are such good straps. So that's everything you get with a fancy pants Dale Wilson Fender custom shop guitar. So let's get it out the case and go outside and do the daylight test.
So I've just made my way outside of the studio now to do the daylight test. I'm not gonna lie, it has gone a little bit dark as it's just gone past 4 o'clock here in the UK and we don't have any sunlight, but hopefully it'll still give you a comparison of what it looks like in everyday lighting in comparison to studio lighting. So let's do the daylight test.
Okay guitarists, now it's time to talk about the specs of this beautiful Dale Wilson Masterbuilt. This is a stunning guitar coming in a beautiful black ebony finish, and then we have that heavy relic all over it. It's a very intense relic going all the way to the back. The wood feels so nice underneath it. Wearing a short sleeve t-shirt, it's very comfortable playing like this. What I love about a relic just like this is that the lacquer is so thin on it. The paint is, you know, it's barely on there. And that means that this guitar resonates so nicely. There's a reason why John Mayer specced his black one to not have any lacquer on it, or similar to this in fact with like the relicing, because they make the guitar resonate more. And then on the neck that kind of follows, but you can see that we have an older body on this one, so classic Strat configuration. We then have a bird's eye maple neck, which looks bloody amazing under these studio lights. It's got a really nice kind of distorted look to it in a way. That's the only real way I could kind of describe it, almost psychedelic. And you've got the nice bird's eye here with the Dale Wilson logo. We then have one of the darkest pieces of rosewood you'll ever see. This is a slab board, so it's a big thick piece of rosewood with clay dots. It's just so beautiful. This is a 59 spec Stratocaster, by the way. We have a 3-ply torque guard. Again, I'm not a big fan of torque guards when they're brand new, but when they're relic and they go slightly bleached, just like this example, it's just such a classic look. This looks like if you combine the black one Stratocaster, the John Mayer one, and the Stevie Ray Vaughan, it's an incredible looking Stratocaster. Moving on, we've got a bone nut. We also have the Fender 6-in-line tuners with the string tree, classic Strat tremolo. So this guitar is loaded with a trio of Texas Special hand-wound pickups. Texas Specials definitely divide attention a little bit, divide opinion I should probably say. I really like the sound of them, and as soon as I plugged this guitar in for the first time without looking at the spec sheet, I could tell they were Texas Specials. They have that mid-range quality to them. A lot of people say they're too gainy, but in my opinion they just push the mid-range more. If you find they're too gainy, just screw down the pickup a little bit. A lot of people put the single coils way too high in my opinion. But this is just a stunning looking guitar all round. Some other features of this guitar, we've got a 60s style oval C profile, we've got a compound radius. The compound is 7.25 inches to 9.5. For aesthetics, I'm going to rate this guitar a 10 out of 10. I think it's the most beautiful Strat I've ever seen. So now let's move on to the tone demonstration. So guitarists, welcome to the tone demonstration of this Dale Wilson Stratocaster. This will be split up into two sections, the tone demonstration where we go through each of the pickup options, and then finally a gig test where we put the 2-rock Bloomfield drive on half volume and shred out. Okay, so let's hear the neck pickup. What a lovely tone. The neck pickup sounds amazing. It just goes to prove that you can still play clean with Texas Special pickups. You just got to roll down the volume a little bit. If I put the volume all the way up, turn the delay off, then you are going to get that steep. What a tone. Love the mid-range, love the single coil nature, even though it's still pushing the amp. It just sounds incredible. Let's hear the position 4, which is, you know, classic Tim Pan Alley tones. This has to be one of the best guitars I've ever played. So good. Right, middle position now. Let's hear it. Let's go a little bit more fingerstyle. I'm still struggling with my cut on my fingers, so I can't do full fingerstyle. I always love the middle pickup on a Strat for kind of them John Mayer style leads. But yeah, it's got more of that Stevie vibe, this guitar. Can't stop playing it. It's definitely a hot... Oh, there's an ambulance passing. Sorry if you can hear that. But yeah, it's definitely got more of a mid-range, more of a sustainy tone than a clean tone in my opinion. But let's test that out on position 2, that Mark Knopfler position. put a tube screamer on and hear that bridge pickup. I'm going to roll down the tone a little bit because it's a little bit ice picky. Let's see if it does the neoclassical thing. This guitar is definitely a chameleon, definitely sounds better for the mid-rangey leads and more kind of aggressive playing styles. That's obviously because it's got the Texas Special pickups in. You can do clean tones, but it does push the amp quite a lot. But now let's go to the gig test. So guitarists, welcome to the gig test, my favorite part of these videos. If you're not familiar, basically I turned the 40 watt 2-watt Bloomfield drive all the way to half volume on the lead gain channel, so it's very loud in the room. I will be wearing ear protection, and we test the feedback, the overall tone, and the mix test. So let's start off with the feedback. Let me just get my ear protectors. It's going to be a loud one today. These Texas Specials sound incredible. So let's see what the feedback's like. You can also put a tube screamer on. Okay, so let's see what the feedback's like. Very controlled feedback, not a lot at all. Obviously these pickups are high output for Strat pickups, but they're still fairly low output in comparison to a humbucker. So it's not got too much feedback. You'd have to probably get a fuzz on. If we put a fuzz on, let's see what that sounds like. But yeah, surprisingly, not a lot of feedback. But let's go to the neck pickup and play a little bit of Hendrix. absolutely sensational tones from this Dale Wilson. Now let's do the backing track test. So guys, that concludes the tone demonstration. In total, I'm going to give this guitar a very high 9.5 out of 10 for playability, tone, and gig test. So let's go to the value test. So guys, now it's time for the value test. I hope you enjoyed the tone section of this video. As you could tell, I was very impressed. As I mentioned previously, we're selling this guitar for 8,000 Great British pounds, which might sound like a lot, but these actually retail for 10,000, sometimes even more than that. When you get a very famous Masterbuilt like Dale Wilson, Austin McNutt, Levi Perry, you're gonna pay a lot of money, especially when it looks like this. Obviously you got the heavy relic, you got the really thick kind of Brazilian-esque board. Obviously it is just rosewood, but it looks like Brazilian with how dark it is. It's a superb guitar, and some people aren't going to see the value in just getting a 4 bolt-on guitar. It's a Stratocaster at this price. If a guitar makes me play well, if a guitar makes me play a little bit different, then to me it's worth the value. Yes, £8,000 is a lot of money, but this has really changed my opinion on Strats. This guitar has ultimately changed my mind on Strats, as it's opened the door to show me how good Strats can actually sound and how my playing changes when I have a Strat in my hands. Having the 5 positions and having all the different Strat tones has really inspired me in a different way. And I have to say, it's probably converted me to be more open to the idea of actually getting a Strat. At the moment, I don't own any Strat style guitars. That being said though, when we talk about the intrinsic value of this instrument, yes, it is just wood and wire, but it's been done in such a beautiful way. The fretboard is rolled to a nice perfection. You've got a custom feature like the bird's eye neck, the relicking. You can tell a lot of time has gone into this guitar. Let's talk about resale value. Is it worth £8,000? Are you going to be able to get your money back? If you look on the market, a lot of Dale Wilsons will start off around £10,999, and then they tend to get sold on for around 7 to 8. In my opinion, if you bought this from us, you should be able to keep your money. You may lose a bit if depending on how the economy goes. But plainly speaking, I do think you'd keep your money if you bought one of these guitars. They're a good investment, especially if it's off a Masterbuilt like Dale Wilson, as he's regarded as one of the best in the Fender custom shop. So in terms of value, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, as I believe you get a lot of instrument for your money. I believe it's an incredible piece and it's very unique. It fills all the boxes for a Masterbuilt in my opinion, and I do think you could keep your money down the line. But in conclusion, it's really made me want a Strat. It's really inspired me to play a little bit differently in that kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan, John Mayer kind of bluesy way. It's just such a good sounding Strat, and the mid-range is great if you're in a band. So now we better total up all the results and get a final score for this Dale Wilson. So guitarists, it's the end of the Squealing Pig Guitars video. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this £8,000 Dale Wilson Masterbuilt Stratocaster? Do you like it or do you hate it? Let me know down below. Also, whilst you're down there, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit the hype points button. These boost our videos, meaning more people can watch them. And finally, if you're not subscribed to Squealing Pig Guitars, make sure to hit the subscribe button. YouTube tells us that 77% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. So make sure to hit that button to join the SPG crew. Thank you. So let's get down to the scores, let's get down to business. What am I gonna rate this guitar today? So let's just recap. For aesthetics, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thought the guitar was absolutely stunning. Then to playability and tone, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best playing Strats I've ever heard, and it really made me play a little bit differently. It encapsulates everything that I love about a Stratocaster tone. The John Mayer tones, the Stevie Ray Vaughan tones. It also had a really nice fingerstyle sound as well. So yeah, incredible guitar, especially going through the 2-rock. And then finally for value, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Yes, it is a very expensive guitar, but I do think you're getting a very, very good instrument for the price. It looks the part, it sounds the part, it feels the part. Also, the real sale value are pretty solid on Dale Wilsons, especially if you buy it second hand. So if you decide to move it on in a few years, you won't lose out, especially on this price that we're selling it at. So in total, the Dale Wilson Masterbuilt Stratocaster gets a 9.5 out of 10. And that will be going on our squeal board on our website. If you'd like to check out the squeal board, then hit the link down below. But as always guys, thank you so much for checking into this Squealing Pig Guitars video. It really means the world to me. But that is the end of the video, so I'll see you tomorrow for another one. But until then, keep rocking guys. I'll see you soon.